What happens when the king of another one finally runs out of, well, another ones? For years, DJ Khaled has been hip-hop's loudest hype man, selling energy, positivity, and collabs that dominated charts. But recently, cracks in the "We the Best" empire are showing. The same internet that made Khaled a meme is now clowning him. Artists are distancing themselves. Fans are losing patience. And the industry that once treated him like royalty now treats him like a relic. Today, we're breaking down the top 10 reasons DJ Khaled's downfall is finally here. And trust me, number 1 will shock you. Let's jump in. 10. Ace Hood exposed the truth. From the beginning, people noticed something strange about Khaled's empire. And Ace Hood was the first to pull the curtain back. Signed under Khaled's "We the Best" label, Ace Hood had the talent and momentum to blow up as one of the best rappers of his generation. But Khaled shelved projects, played industry politics, and left Ace hanging. Eventually, Ace called him out publicly, saying Khaled didn't deliver on promises and stalled his career. Fans quickly realized Khaled wasn't the kingmaker he pretended to be. He was more about his own brand than his artists. Ace Hood was the warning shot. But bigger bombs were coming. 9. Living off other people's talent. Let's be real, DJ Khaled doesn't rap, doesn't sing, and doesn't really produce like legends do. His brand has always been about yelling, "We the Best" and "Another one" over songs carried by other people's talent. It worked for a while because he positioned himself as the ultimate connector. But over time, fans started asking, what does Khaled actually do? His albums often felt like glorified playlists, collections of features with his name plastered on top. The middleman hype man act wore thin, especially when people realized his biggest hits depended on Drake, Rihanna, Bieber, and others. Without them, the magic disappears. 8. Snapchat made him a meme. In the mid-2000s, Khaled turned Snapchat into his stage. Jet ski rides, motivational rants, lion statues, major keys. He became the internet's favorite meme. At first it worked. His antics boosted his image, and his music, like Wild Thoughts, I'm the One, and All I Do Is Win, rode the wave. He was everywhere, hilarious, and oddly inspiring. But the thing about memes, they don't last. People laughed with Khaled, then started laughing at him. The same platform that built his brand slowly eroded it, turning him into a punchline. And once the laughs faded, all that was left was a loud man with diminishing hits. 7. Believing his own hype. Khaled's downfall accelerated because he started drinking his own Kool-Aid. What began as funny self-promotion turned into a bubble where he thought he was untouchable. "We the Best" wasn't just a tagline anymore. It was his gospel. He spoke in motivational slogans, acted larger than life, and positioned himself as a cultural guru. But fans eventually grew tired of the act. What once felt genuine now came across as overblown ego. People who laughed with him were now laughing at him. Khaled became the guy who thought he was the main character of hip-hop, forgetting that his success relied on others doing the real work. 6. The Tyler, the creator meltdown. 2019 was the moment Khaled's mask slipped. He dropped Father of a Sade, expecting an automatic number, 1. But Tyler, the creator, released IGOR, a bold, creative, experimental project that took the crown. Instead of showing grace, Khaled melted down. He complained his music was real because it played in cars, barbershops, and stores, basically implying Tyler's wasn't valid. Tyler clapped back, joking he was moonwalking in a wig. The internet sided with Tyler. That tantrum exposed Khaled as obsessed with charts, not art. He wasn't a visionary. He was a salesman angry his sales pitch lost. From then on, the clown narrative stuck. 5. From meme to major clown. Here's where it got ugly. Khaled didn't just become a meme, he became a clown. Being carried by security so his Jordans wouldn't touch dirt. Claiming nobody could beat him in Verzoos, despite never rapping a verse in his life. Posting luxury flexes while fans struggled to pay bills. The optics were brutal. Comedy turned into mockery, and mockery is fatal in music. His positivity guru image cracked under rumors of entitlement and tantrums. Once comedians and other rappers joined in roasting him, the joke became culture-wide. In hip-hop, respect is everything. When you become a walking punchline, the game's over. 4. Silent on Palestine. DJ Khaled isn't just any artist, he's Palestinian. So when his people were suffering, fans expected him to speak up. Instead, he stayed silent, posting sneakers, lobster dinners, and motivational fluff while Gaza burned. Even his own cousin called him out for ignoring the crisis. The backlash was massive. People branded him a sellout, more concerned with protecting brand deals than standing for his heritage. That silence cost him dearly. In an era where artists are expected to use their platform, his refusal to address something so personal felt unforgivable. The positivity brand couldn't cover up the absence of humanity. 3. Drake walked away. For years, Khaled's cheat code was simple: get Drake. Every rollout became a meme with the catchphrase, "Did the Drake vocals come in yet?" And when they did, Khaled had a guaranteed hit. But in 2025, Drake finally pulled the plug. When Khaled teased another collab, Drake hopped in the comments. "Must be Drake Bell, LOL." The internet roasted Khaled so hard, he deleted his whole album announcement. That single moment exposed how dependent he was on Drake's cosign. Without Drake, his playlist albums looked like filler projects. Losing his lifeline showed fans Khaled couldn't stand on his own. 2. Industry fallout. Khaled's whole career ran on connections. He was the wedding planner of hip-hop, getting all the stars in the same room. But when hip-hop fractured, especially with Drake versus Kendrick camps, neutrality wasn't an option. Khaled refused to pick a side, trying to stay everyone's friend. Instead, it made him look like a clout chaser, too scared to risk loyalty. Artists stopped inviting him. Rumors spread that he even gave up massive publishing cuts just to secure Drake features. Once Drake mocked him, the pipeline dried up. Collabs disappeared, brands backed away, and the group chat that powered his empire blocked him out. 1. No respect, no career. Here's the final nail: respect. You can buy sneakers, jets, and jewelry. But you can't buy respect. And once Khaled lost that, everything else collapsed. Fans roast him endlessly. Comedians use him as a punchline. Even his peers clown his antics. The man who spent years screaming, "We the best," is now seen as a parody of himself. Without respect, there's no credibility, no industry pull, and no lasting legacy. Khaled's biggest hits relied on borrowed talent, but when the culture decided he wasn't authentic, the empire crumbled. The truth is, he may never have been the best after all. So there it is. And if you want another one of these breakdowns, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.